Steve Harvey has sold over 2 million books telling women how to carry themselves. He's the man America turned to for relationship advice, but his own daughter has dated 7 high-profile men in under 10 years, and she's calling herself a prize. Here's the thing: you can't preach standards to the world and raise a daughter with none. And that right there is a conversation nobody wants to have. Welcome back to Family Still Matters. I'm Deborah. Today we are going to have a conversation that some people will not be comfortable with, but it needs to be had. We're talking about Lori Harvey. Her very public dating history, the message it sends to the young women who follow her, and the deep irony of her stepfather's relationship advice empire. But most importantly, we're talking about what it actually means to be a woman of real value. Here is why this matters for you. If you are a young woman trying to figure out your worth, this video will show you what real value looks like and how to live it. If you are a mother raising daughters, this will help you identify what the culture is pouring into your daughter so you can counter it with something stronger. If you have ever quietly wondered, am I doing the right thing? This video is going to answer that. 3 things today. What Lori Harvey's dating pattern is actually communicating. Why Steve Harvey's silence is the very definition of hypocrisy. And what the Bible tells us about what makes a woman truly valuable, truly rare, and truly worth pursuing. Stay with me. Proverbs 3:31 and 10 says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." That word price, far above rubies. Hold on to that and ask yourself honestly, does the way I am living right now reflect a price far above rubies? Since stepping into the public eye, Lori Harvey, beautiful young woman, has been publicly linked to at least 7 high-profile men in under a decade. She was with Memphis Depay, Trey Songz, Future, even Sean Diddy Combs, Michael B. Jordan, and Damson Idris, with rumors now swirling that she and Damson may be rekindling things. These were not quiet relationships. They played out on social media, red carpets, and blogs for the entire world to see. Some people will say, she's a grown woman. She can date who she wants. And yes, that is true. But we are not talking about rights. We're talking about patterns. And patterns tell a story. Not just about Lori, but about what young women following her are quietly being taught to accept as normal for them. When a woman cycles through relationship after relationship, just like Jennifer Lopez, each one public, each one intense, each one ending, that does not communicate confidence. It communicates restlessness. Something on the inside has not yet been settled and validated. And here is what matters for you. You can have every man in the room warning you and still not know your own worth. Those are two completely different things. If you are watching Lori Harvey and thinking this is just how dating works, in and out, next man, move on, hear me clearly. That's not strength. That's not a cycle to repeat. That's not an example or model to follow. The question you must ask yourself is not who wants me. It is what am I communicating about my own worth by the way I move. A treasure does not get moved from shelf to shelf. It stays in one place, and people come to it. Steve Harvey wrote Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Over 2 million copies sold worldwide. He told women to reinforce the 90-day rule, set standards, never give themselves to a man who is not committed. Solid principles. But here is where it falls apart. The same man who told millions of women to hold their standards raised a daughter whose public behavior contradicts nearly everything he has preached. And this is the lesson for every parent watching today. Your children are not listening to your speeches. They are watching your life. They are watching how you treat yourself, who you let in your home, and who you excuse. They build their standard from what they see, not what you say. If there is a gap between what you preach and what you practice, your children will find it and they will fill it in, usually with whatever the culture hands them. Integrity is not what you say on a stage. It's whether what you say on stage matches what walks out of your front door. And that standard applies to all of us, not just Steve Harvey. So if calling yourself a prize and being raised by America's relationship advice king doesn't make you a prize, then what does? Back to Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? Not who has already dated her. Who can find her? That implies she is not everywhere. She is not easy to come by. She is rare. When something is rare, not visibility, it is what creates real value. A true prize is not defined by how many men have wanted her. It is defined by how many she has made work to be worthy of her. One speaks to your appearance, the other speaks to your standard. A woman of real worth moves with discretion. She does not need to announce her value because her choices confirm it every day. She's not in a hurry. She's not in a competition. She does not need the next man to validate what the last one failed to recognize. If you are moving fast from one relationship to the next, slow down, please. Slow down. Ask yourself, what am I running from? And what am I running toward? Your worth was established before any man ever laid eyes on you. It was established by God. Proverbs 31 did not say her price was determined by who chose her. It said her price was far above rubies. That is a fixed price, not negotiable. But you have to live like you believe it. In your choices, your boundaries, and who you allow access to you. Being a prize is not a statement you make about yourself. It's a conclusion other people reach after watching how you live and live accordingly. So let's land this. Lori Harvey's pattern tells the world and every young woman watching her that the standard is negotiable. Steve Harvey's gap between what he preaches and what he has modeled at home tells us that words without example are just noise. And Proverbs 31 reminds us that a woman of real value is rare, moves with discretion, carries a worth that no man gave her, and no breakup can take away. That is what you deserve to walk in. That is what your daughter deserves to see. If this video spoke to you, here's what I need from you. Leave a thoughtful comment. Tell me what this stirred up in you. Tell me if you are a mother navigating this with your daughter right now. So I would like for you to like the video so more people who need to find it will. Subscribe so you never miss a conversation like this. And share it with a young woman, a mother, or anyone you love who needs to be reminded today that their worth was never up for negotiation. Thank you for being here and for giving me your time today. I'm Deborah, and this is Family Still Matters, because how we raise our daughters, what we model for them, and what we pour into them shapes not just who they become, but who their daughters will become after them. May God continue to richly bless you and your family, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. May God bless you.